Today, we're talking about Gundam TCG's latest set, their anniversary set, GD05 Freedom Ascension, and it is just setting the Gundam TCG on fire right now. It's funny because, I mean, to be fair, the Gundam TCG has had some decent attention in the English set, primarily when like the beta first came out. I think beta booster boxes are like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 right now. Japanese booster boxes are hitting like the 1K mark, but the beta has definitely been like scalped to high heaven. But this isn't a video about the beta. This is a video about their latest set, Freedom Ascension, and we're going to take a look as the market has started to kind of calm down a little bit. And I think we might see some future dips as there are potential, there's a potential wave 2 that is supposed to be coming out, I believe, from what I saw online, around mid to end of August. From what I've been seeing, Bandai right now is very reluctant to overprint their product. It definitely does seem Bandai is trying to cater more towards like the collector's market and keep things somewhat scarce a little bit. I mean, I don't want to claim them with artificial scarcity because, again, who knows with their printing process. Bandai has a lot of different logs in the fire, and I don't know what printing facilities they even have right now, and if they are genuinely at full capacity, especially with OP-17 that's coming out, the Naruto Shippuden TCG, them doing Dragon Ball. Like, dude, I'm probably gonna make a whole separate video just about how like Bandai is easily like they're gunning for it, dude. Enough talking about it. Let's start being about it. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we've got here. All right, so we're on TCG Player here. We've got their price guide, and again, it looks pretty innocuous, but for Gundam, this is going to be pretty wild. So we'll go to market price. We'll click it once, and we'll click it twice. Look at that, dude. Okay, so prices on their LR++, their crazy giga insane pulls right now that people are just foaming over the mouth over, are still holding fairly strong. Look at these cards, man, and these pictures really don't do them justice. If anybody here has been collecting Bandai, if you've been collecting One Piece or have been in the Gundam game prior to this, or if you're just kind of new, I'm sure you just pulling some of the LRs and looking at some of the alternate arts that they have. Ooh, actually, we'll save those, so we'll focus on these for now. The detailing, the etching, the foiling, the patterns on it are just great. Like, these cards look fantastic in person, and so these are just some absolute gorgeous cards. And they did a fantastic job in this set with focusing on just the right IPs for us here in the West. And this is going down as the Gundam Wing, the G Gundam, and the Char's counterattack set. Like, these are some killer arts. We've got some really fun things, and in addition to this, one of the big hotness that also is really great is, so their SPs, they're the really rare, I think it's like 1 to 3 per case is what you're supposed to be getting on average. I forget what it was when I looked it up, but this set is the first one that is just loaded with some SP goodness, but more specifically their EX resource cards that they introduced. So these are absolutely gorgeous looking. I mean, do I need to say anything? Waifu tax, anyone? So these EX resource cards absolutely help to kind of shake up and are clearly resonating with the fan base. As just look on the price on these cards, even 2 weeks after release. We'll see what things look like a month or two after release, but the fact that these are still holding fairly strong shows that there is interest there, that people want to bling out their deck. Bling, people even use that anymore. People want to make their deck kind of stand out. They want to show how much extra money they have to spend $3, $4, $6, $1,000 on a resource card. Like, these are just insane. So The art is fantastic. I haven't had the chance to see them in person, but I'm sure the foiling and the texturing is really great on these cards as well. Very iconic characters and very iconic poses. And again, it is clearly just resonating with the fan base. Like, these are great cards. And so again, yeah, so that brings me on to the next other cards. So this particular set is just chock full of SP cards. So for those of you who don't know, in a typical Gundam set, you would get at least one LR++, right? One, let alone the 5 that we get in this set, right? That's what makes this stand out. But you would maybe get a handful, 3, 4, maybe 5 SP cards, if that. This particular set has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Freedom Ascension has 16 SP cards in here, dude, and that is absolutely nanners. Like, so this set is chock full of really fun chase cards. And again, the SP cards aren't just for the resource cards. We've got SP cards for pilot cards. Look at this boy band card, dude. This boy band card is sick. I've seen some people post in the comments that they pulled this card, and I'm super jealous because it looks so good. This Char Aznabel looks great. The Amuro Ray SP looks really good. Yeah, dude, just they look so great. And even just the regular LR pluses or the LR alternate arts that they have are also just really fantastic. I mean, look at this freaking 70s like noir awesome old school poster Gundam of Amuro Ray card, dude. This card is sick. Like, this card's sick. I'd love to have this in my collection. I'd absolutely love to have that. So they've got some fantastic looking cards in this set, and they have just a crazy amount of cards that are over $100, which is just an insane thing for me to think about. How, like, back in the day, dude, and it's funny because, like, back in the day, you'd be lucky if, like, certain booster boxes for especially niche card games like Gundam, you know, you'd be lucky if, like, a card or two would be worth, like, over 100, that it would hit that threshold. But, like, dude, we live in a topsy-turvy timeline now, which is fine. I get to talk about it. I get to be involved in it. So we've got tons of cards that are hitting that, you know, $100 plus threshold. Like, look at this Master Asia card, dude. Like, G Gundam used to be like the redheaded stepchild of the Gundam fan base. Like, back in the day when G Gundam first came out, everybody hated the Super Robot series that was G Gundam. But now we get to look on it fondly, and we get awesome looking Master Asia cards and awesome looking G Gundam cards like this. You know, they are just killing it with their alternate art cards and just everything that they have on offer right now. Bandai is just killing it currently. So that is just looking at all these different singles. And again, prices may dip a little bit as we see restocks, but that isn't even including their sealed products, dude. Let's look at the booster box. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the booster box for now. Been a little up and down recently. It looks like it is currently averaging at around like that 220 price mark. Again, we'll see when we get more waves of product, as this is a new set. So if you're like, don't FOMO, don't panic into trying to buy Freedom Ascension. Don't overspend currently. Retail price is 120 MSRP. After taxes, you're looking at about 130. So you can kind of base your comfortability around that. You know, if you're willing to spend an extra 10, 20, 50 bucks just so you can get your hand on a booster box and rip it and have some fun or whatever, like, dude, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you, you know, how, like, kind of how to spend your money there. But here I go, and I'm going to tell you how to spend your money. Don't overpay on it either. So for me, I'd say like that comfortability mark. Like, if you're wanting to get product and be okay with paying a little bit of an aftermarket price, 200, sure, you know, you might break even on this set. You probably won't, depending on what alternate arts you pull, but around 200 for a booster box, or if you want to stash it away for a rainy day, I don't think that that's a bad price point. But I would say that, again, my main recommendation is to wait for more waves to kind of come out. Check your local comic shop, see what they offer, see if they can put you on a list when they come out, or see if they offer pre-orders, and maybe you can trade in some old cards or something. I don't know, man. That's what I did. I traded in a whole bunch of my old Magic cards that were sitting in a binder that I just had nothing. I just didn't want to deal with, and so I used those funds instead to seal a couple of booster boxes for my collection. And so I've got a couple sitting. We managed to rip open one for the channel, might rip and open some new ones in the future, and I've got that secured. And when the new wave comes in, I might snag another one or two, depending on what things look like and if I can afford it, because OP17 is breathing down my neck, dude. It's like the Undertaker right now. Like, that set looks bonkers, and I'm wanting to learn both the card game for Gundam and One Piece. Like, kind of, they both have similar mechanics, but I digress, dude. So we're looking at the booster box price. Freedom Ascension 200 is about the price point that you would, again, I would say semi-comfortably be able to look at. As you can see here, the sale volume at like this 190 mark here on TCG Player was through the roof. So a lot sold. The floor really seems to be at around that 190 mark, and you can kind of see the support in that here as it touches 190 to 200, and we're seeing some decent, and it's fun too, because like the volume is one of the things that a lot of people don't pay attention. They see the line, and they want to see the line go up, but they don't necessarily understand that it's the volume that's really going to kind of support that. So yes, we do see here that it hit some peaks at around 240, but the volume is only selling like a small handful of booster boxes. The big spikes here, this is where you can tell that people are interested. This is people's comfort zones, right? This is where you can find like a floor, and where you can kind of mentally set your own sort of comfort zone as well, because 400 plus people all agreed that $187 for this booster box is a decent price for them. And then again, this was fairly supported on that. We see some decent volume spikes here that support that amount. So that's how I look at it. I'm hoping that helps you guys, and you can use that same sort of logic for other sort of booster boxes and singles and whatnot. Is really also pay attention to like those volume spikes, see when things are being supported with how much is being sold. That way you don't feel like you're either overpaying or underpaying. So that is the booster box, dude, in English. I don't even think it has the Japanese booster box for this. So here's the thing with Bandai products, and just a little sample for anybody who is new to collecting Bandai. And if you're new to the channel, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. But the thing with Japanese booster boxes versus English booster boxes in Bandai is that you only get one rare per pack in a Japanese booster versus 2 rares per pack in an English booster. You still get 24 packs, so it's kind of considered like double the rares or double the possibility of the hits, right? Results may vary, again, and a lot of cases are still fairly seeded, where again, one case you're guaranteed to get a certain number of SP cards and a higher possibility at the coveted LR++ if you're to open an entire case versus opening a single booster box. But that is the big difference. So you'll see that kind of reflect in the price, as I've noticed a lot of the times a Japanese booster box will be almost half of what an English booster box will be worth, if not maybe a little bit cheaper. So for example, Freedom Ascension GD05 in Japanese, you can secure for around $90 to $100 for a Japanese booster box. Understand that you are only going to get one rare per pack, and so kind of tamper what your hits are going to look like. But if you're wanting to get exposure to the set, have some fun, chance at maybe pulling yourself one of your chases, and you like the art still and you are fine with it being in a different language, then I highly recommend taking a look at the Japanese set, as well, as it is also really fantastic quality. The quality is the same on the cards, and it's just amazing product overall. So again, GD05 right now, their Freedom Ascension, their anniversary set is just absolutely just a perfectly crafted set, and I've heard that it's doing really great things, a really great shakeup for the meta. I'm not going to go too much in on that. I wish I was the type of person who can give you some meta advice or talk about like how the cards actually work in the game, but I'm just a Gundam fan, a Gundam lover over here who's just been waiting for the TCG to finally kind of get into some popularity. And it's a double-edged sword because, you know, again, a lot of kind of the scalpers and the sneakerheads and the Pokemon bros are starting to kind of get into they're paying attention to Gundam, and Freedom Ascension seems to be the set that's really kind of popping off. So we'll see what the future has in store, but I'm definitely thinking that if you want any exposure to the Gundam TCG, Freedom Ascension is going to be the perfect starting point. To wrap up this video, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to give some honorable mentions. We'll kind of touch a little bit about the other Gundam sets, and I'll give you just kind of my personal opinion on whether or not they're worth even really paying too much attention to. So I'm going to not talk about like the deck build boxes and the starter decks, as those have their own fun little packs, but that's completely for a separate video. So EB01 or Eternal Nexus, it's a miss. There's one LR++ in this set, and it's an okay card. This is their SD set, which I think is a really cool concept, but unfortunately the rest of the cards just don't really hit all that much. The Psycho Zaku is pretty great, but the rest of the cards in the set are like 30, 40, 50 bucks. I would recommend buy singles instead. Maybe buy yourself a booster box if you can on the cheap, if you just are fiending for opening up product, but Eternal Nexus is a bit of a skip. Phantom Aria, however, or Phantom Aria, however you want to pronounce it, dude, this set is definitely my number 2. If Freedom Ascension is my number 1, Phantom Aria is my number 2, 100%. Phantom Aria has some fantastic cards in here, including the Zeong LR++, which is, again, like I said, you typically only get one LR++, and this one's definitely a standout, really fun set. Steel Requiem is fairly mid. This set had some cards that were standout. I think there's a couple of decent Zakus in here, which were really cool, and so that definitely stands out to me. Dual Impact is a pass. I don't remember there was anything in Dual Impact that was pretty cool. I think there was a couple of cards in here that were fun. I think there was a Sazabi or a different Zaku in here. I'll have to take a look at it. You guys can flame me in the contacts, but I remember looking at Dual Impact and being like, meh, there's nothing really in here that I would want to pay attention to. New Type Rising is fun. This one's GD01, so it's going to be kind of like good just for the nostalgia of it, and if you want to kind of buy and start and get it while it's still currently cheap, and don't let it be like the One Piece 01, you know, when One Piece came out, OP01, everybody was like, oh, you know, it's fine, it's fun, it's whatever, da, 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 da. Now that booster box is like $3,000-$4,000. It's insane. So GD01 is fun, definitely worth paying attention to. And then of course you got the beta, and the beta, dude, there's like a couple of cards that are sick in there, and they are just unobtainable in the sense that they are like now thousands of dollars, but the booster box alone in English I think is like $4,000. like, yeah, $5,000. Again, this is listed $5,000. We'll see, you know, sales. I think these are reporting for Japanese, because Japanese booster boxes are a lot cheaper. Yeah, Chinese is $700, Chinese version. Japanese version is $1,300. So this is still listing those different non-English, but it looks like for the English, you're looking at around $5,000 for this booster box, which is absolutely insane. And the art in the beta it's decent, it's fun, but that is for a different video. So anyways, folks, Freedom Ascension is an absolutely fantastic set. Go out there and check your local comic shop. You know, if you're interested in playing the games, dude, check your local game store, see if they offer different tourneys and stuff. There's tons of different pre-release events that you can get yourself involved in, and honestly, I am a crazy advocate when it comes to that, because these are still game pieces at the end of the day. Yes, there's the collector item portion of things. Yes, the alternate arts are fun to chase after, but you know, there's text on there, there's game mechanics for you to play with, and the Gundam card game sounds like a lot of fun. And if you're just interested in Gundam at all, hey, you know, take a look to see if the card game's for you. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. I'm hoping you guys enjoy the video. Leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Keep it toasty out there. Peace.